Hey, what's happening, everyone? Paul out here in the Brick Garage. I wanted to give a quick tour of my tiny little workout space that I basically transitioned to when the lockdowns happened. I had been working out at a chain gym. I didn't love it, honestly. I don't like the crowds. I definitely hated exercising anytime after New Year's and, you know, in the evenings, which is when most people are free to work out. Gyms are just packed. So the lockdown sort of forced me to move all my workouts to home, and I've invested enough now that I'll never go back. I'm gonna keep working out in the garage. So I'll just show you my tiny little workout space and what I do here. This right here is where I do stop motion. So we'll just ignore that half of the room for now, like that. This is where I exercise. So I got a fold out squat rack, which can put away. It hinges on here. This is the one of the Rogue racks that folds out. This space right here is where I do handstand exercises and wall sits. I built these two things during the pandemic as parallel bars, so I can work on, you know, planches, pushing exercises, things like that, L sits. Rubber bands are a really big part of my workouts. You can pick those up on Amazon. I've gotten a few sets of bands, both the long ones and the ones that I wrap around my legs. These were really key in me fixing some knee pain I had. I'll make a video about that later. I use the bands for every leg workout, which also means you can't wear shorts. If you're a dude with hairy legs like I am, the rubber bands will really wreck your leg hair, tangle it all up. So you gotta buy some yoga pants. And then now under here, I've got a little bit of storage that's under my stop motion table, where I keep my bench. I picked this bench up on Amazon. It's not very good. I don't recommend that bench. I have the Power Block adjustable weights that go up to 90 pounds. So those are excellent. Those were actually one of the best purchases I made. I'm gonna do a workout with those today because I've got some elbow pain I'm gonna talk about later. This bar, it's a 7-foot bar. All my weights are 1 inch, and it's just because that's what I had started with. They're a lot cheaper. I'll probably transition to Olympic plates at some point, but right now I've got over 300 pounds of the 1 inch weights. The max weight for this bar is 300 pounds. So, you know, that's pretty good. I'm not squatting 300 pounds yet, not for reps anyway. I could probably do a single squat of 300 pounds. I'm not really trying to do super heavy lifting anyway, so that's all good. And then I use sandbags for actually quite a lot of stuff. They're pretty helpful. They're film gear, as a matter of fact, but they do help for a bunch of different things that I do in here. A dead weight like a sandbag is pretty good, so I've got half a dozen sandbags I use. I used to have a TV hanging here before I put the gym in. So this is now where I just hang a bunch of my equipment, my weight belt. This squat rack comes with a chin-up bar. That was one of the main things was getting a chin-up bar. I could pretty much do everything else at home without a chin-up bar. But before I got the squat rack, which has allowed me to push my legs a little bit harder, I actually made, out of pipe, a chin-up bar right over here on this side. So I use both. See, and I've got some bands over here that I use. I use this chin up. This is where I do muscle ups because over here I've got my surfboards in the way. I'm gonna put my skis up there as well. So yeah, all my muscle ups happen up on this bar here because this is actually about an 11-foot ceiling, and then I've got a bunch more storage up there. And then over here is my warm up area. I like to hit the heavy bag. Years ago, I had a few pro fights in mixed martial arts. I trained over in Thailand, and yeah, I haven't kept up with the martial arts, but I like to hit the bag. You know, I've still got a little bit of pop in these old hands, so I like to use that for a warm up. And then out here, in the summertime, or when it's a little bit warmer, I'll do walking lunges and things like that. And then of course my boy plays hockey on his net here. I'll go out there and do some shooting with him. So yeah, this is a Toronto workout space. We don't have a ton of space in our houses here in Toronto, so I'm working with what I've got, but it's pretty good. I picked up one of these weight trees from Canadian Tire, which is a store here in Canada that sells a bit of everything, hockey gear and workout gear. And the other bit I bought, these were on Amazon as well, some rings. So I like to remove the bar and use those rings for dips, things like that. dips, pulls, lots of pull exercises. I've been working on the front lever with the rings. Should mention too my Easy Curl bar. There it is there. I do use this guy a fair bit. This is pretty useful for tricep exercises and a variation of curls. I also grab 2 sets of clips. When I'm doing bench press out here on my own, I never put the clips on the bar, just in case I get stuck, I can shake the weights off. So yeah, if you're doing solo bench press with a bar, don't clip your weights. Keep it steady. And if you get into a jam, you can just drop the weight off either side. So yeah, I've got those clips here, and I also grabbed these guys. 2 sets of clips. I like to do supersets. I like to go bench press over to my chin-ups, back to my bench, or squats to chin-ups or whatever. I like to do a bit of everything. I tend to do upper bodies and lower bodies split up, but I like to mix it up. So anyways, that's my full setup. I'm gonna look at the cost. I'll post the total cost. I think probably everything here. I got the bag used for $200, the bag and stand, and there actually was a speed bag on the back side of it, which I've removed just to make use of the limited space that I have. But I'm gonna say the squat rack was about $1,200, and the adjustable weights were another $1,000. I do have the Bowflex adjustable weights too. You probably saw those on the floor there. These are good, but they didn't last. You see this one, I've 3D printed some of the weight adjusters, and they break. They've broken several times. So I've kind of given up on those. I only have one that works now. The more effective adjustable weights are definitely the power blocks. And because they go up to 90, I can do lots of stuff with those. That's, I can get a pretty sufficient workout in with those without needing to switch back to the Bowflex adjustables, which do stick. It's quite frustrating using those ones. So there you have it. My limited little space. It's probably, when I set up my bench, my legs actually stick under the table there. I do use some of these boxes too for step ups and things like that. That's actually pretty helpful to have. These are Apple boxes. Again, I've transitioned a bunch of film gear because I make stop motion videos and other videos. I use some of the film gear to facilitate my workouts as well. So I've got a little bit of a combo thing going on out here, which is pretty much what this YouTube channel is. So anyways, there's my workout space. Thought people might find it interesting. I know a lot of you are stuck going to the gym. Honestly, you don't even need a squat rack. I didn't have that for the longest time. I just wanted to step it up a little bit and really have an excuse to not go to the gym. I was paying about $500 a year for my gym membership, so after a couple of years it makes sense to have this anyway, and I can work out whenever I want now, which is far more convenient. As a parent of 2 kids and a busy worker in the film business, it's hard to find time to exercise. So if you can do it first thing in the morning at your house or last thing when you get home and there's nobody in your way, that's really the key for me, is that I can do whatever I want, and I can eat onions the night before and not have anybody gagging at my onion sweat at the gym. So it's just a better, all around a better atmosphere to be working out on my own. Thanks for watching. So I'm gonna be posting some more workout videos coming up. I'm just back from a ski trip to the Eastern Townships in Quebec. I'm pleasantly surprised by that, so I'm gonna post a video about those in the next few days here. Stay tuned. There's going to be more workout and travel videos coming at you soon. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.